Talk about it. Tell them what Tyrese did this time.
I
I
know
mean,
I
it
was
was
gonna have
last
to
week
take
now,
this one.
but still something we got to report. We wanted to discuss. We don't got to report on it, but we wanted to discuss it.
Cause it's Tyrese and like it's always something. So so Tyrese gets on the internet. He posts a video on the internet and he puts Cat Williams, 50 Cent, and Kanye in the text of the video
On the screen.
on the screen.
Got to say that.
And then he says, he gets on the video and he goes, you know, sorry, 50 Cent, Cat Williams, and Kanye.
Well, first he puts up his middle finger in silence.
Well, right, which I didn't understand, and I was like, "You see, this is the weird shit." Because I want to be able to pay you a compliment and say that you did something smart and clever, but then you do dumb shit like that. Like I don't understand what that was for.
Oh, I do. Let me put my water down. What he was doing was making sure people stood around to watch past like 2
Oh,
seconds.
I guess he
Yeah,
wanted
because
to.
that's how the metrics work, right? You got to get a couple
That's true.
seconds in for the algorithm, quote unquote, to
You,
push it out to other people.
you right. You
So
right.
if I start off a video by saying, you know what? You know how I really feel about Dashing D? I'm going to tell y'all. Anybody who knows that we do a pod and we're cool,
Mhm.
they're going to be like, what did he say? Let me
Right.
come in real close like Keith Lee. I want to see.
All right.
You know what I mean? And
Uh-huh.
then I'd be like, she's a great co-host, so you should watch us on weeknights, 5 nights a week. And they'd be like, oh,
That's not what we thought you were gonna say.
all right. But the job is already done. The mission is
Exactly.
already accomplished.
You're right. You're right. Okay, so I'll leave that part alone because I yes, that makes sense. But basically, what he was doing was using those three very popular, very clickable people
That's right.
as clickbait to sell his album. He released his album. He goes on to say that he released his album. It is only available for 10 hours on his website, Tyrese.tv, I believe.
That's the website.
Um,
And he did not pay us for this ad, just so y'all know.
he didn't. And you know what? It's fine because he's going to need some help selling $50 albums.
Hey, one thing at a time, okay?
Sorry, but
Can't give them everything all at once.
my
This
bad.
is not the movie Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Oh, I thought it was.
No.
Right.
But continue.
All right. Well, that's what he did. He did the clickbaity thing, and then, you were supposed to go and find the album, and it was only going to be available for 10 hours, and what did you think of that?
I thought it was great marketing. He got me.
It was.
I saw this and said, wow, this is smart.
Yeah.
This is really smart. Messed up a little bit, but smart. It's smart marketing. He knows those names are going to get clicks and views. Yeah. And so he used them. Smart strategy. Like I said yesterday about 50 Cent, this was a strategic move. And I like this strategic move from Tyrese, who we know is not the most strategic of the people. It did a couple of things. Number one, it made people want to watch. Number two, it made you curious about what was this trailer I was about to watch, because that's really what this was, which I guess you maybe didn't see. But after he says the album will only be up 10 hours, he says, now check out the trailer to the album. And a series of videos start playing about the album. Well, I thought that was genius. And so much so, I said, all right, Tyrese, let me go support. Let me go see this album and see where it's at. Mm-hmm. And I went up on Tyrese.tv. Again, this is not an ad. I'm just telling y'all what had happened.
Uh-huh.
And when I went on the website, it said coming in May 2024. And I was a little confused. But I say, let me be a little patient, even though patience is not my strong suit. Let me scroll down and see what else happens. Well, I kept scrolling. And the album was available in 2 different formats, CD and vinyl, for the price of $49.99. I said, hold the phone. If you're young and don't know what that means, it means hold the hell up. It's what old folks like me used to say back in my day, as my godson says. $49.99. Whoa, Tyrese, sorry, player. I'm waiting till May when you drop it everywhere else because I like you, but not enough to give you my 50. Not for a 50 piece.
Maybe he's the reason Best Buy removed all physical media from their shelves.
Don't put that on Tyrese, man. That's not nice.
Here's the thing. Vinyl can cost a pretty penny. So
Yes, that's true. Today, vinyl can be very expensive.
you can get vinyl for $20, you can get vinyl for $100. There's a
It's a
range.
wide range.
It also depends on the artist and the body of work.
That's true.
I recently bought vinyl for someone as a gift. That's why the prices come to mind pretty quickly.
Mm-hmm.
And
Because you know what
I
you
don't
was
know
paying.
how much CD, huh?
Because you know what you was paying.
Right. And I don't know how much CDs go for because I haven't seen a CD in years. So I have no idea. I can't speak to that.
Let me look it up.
Yeah. But so vinyl, okay, fine. But here's the thing, too. It depends on the artist, as I said, and
Yep.
it depends on the body of work.
Right.
And I wonder how much he will sell. I wonder at the end of the day, and Tyrese loves to talk to the internet, so he'll probably tell us how many people bought his album and how many people didn't. I'm curious to know how many people bought it within the 10-hour window that it was there. But also, I'm curious. Listen, I don't want to be disrespectful, and I don't want to make it seem like I wouldn't listen to a Tyrese album if it was available digitally. I would. Not because I'm particularly running to Tyrese's music. There's nothing wrong with it. He's just never been like my favorite or anything like that. But he's super talented. But you know, we do commentary on all of this stuff, and I would absolutely listen to it today because that's just contextually I gotta listen to it. So
Right, especially after what we heard.
it's right. So my frustration with this is just what do the numbers look like for Tyrese? Because
Right.
yes, was it smart marketing? But smart marketing isn't always successful. Like sometimes things just don't work.
Right. That's true.
I'm not sure. Again, I feel like this is obnoxious to say, but I'm not trying to be rude. It's just that does Tyrese have enough reach for the smart marketing to work in his favor? That's my question here.
Good question.
I think that Tyrese is super talented. And I think that Tyrese could absolutely, get the streams and whatnot. I think he makes himself known enough that he will, that a digital release will be relatively successful, right? Like, and when I say relatively, it depends on what you measure as success. I don't think he's going to sell a Beyonce or a Kanye or a Rihanna or a Taylor Swift level of albums. But I think he could be successful. There are many people who are wanting and craving classic R&B. I'm assuming it's probably going to be very classic R&B forward, because that's typically his style. So I'm not saying it can't work. I'm just saying it was smart, but what are the numbers?
Right.
That's it.
No, I think that's fair. I've been looking up CDs while you've been talking. So let me start by answering the question. So CDs also range Right now, I found Beyonce Renaissance. Um, I mean, you can find it for $16.
Mm-hmm.
Target has Beyonce the album. Remember the
Mm-hmm.
Beyonce
The
album?
self-titled.
Yeah. They got a special edition one at Target that says Platinum Edition. That's $22.99.
Okay.
Um, and people are selling the Renaissance album, the CD, like on different sites for anywhere from nine to $20.
None of them are being sold at $50.
No, and I'm about to pull up Amazon. Uh, Amazon has the Renaissance One CD for $16.20. It's a
Then
random
why,
time. It's a random
Tyrese?
number, but huh?
Sorry.
What'd you say?
I said, then why, Tyrese?
Right. And so this is a little confusing for me because I don't know why $50. Perhaps that's just, the price that his marketing, not marketing, his analytics have told him, him and his team will work. I don't know. Uh, or maybe he just feels like my fans will spend that money. I don't know. I don't know why $50. I just knew I wasn't paying $50 for this double album. It's a lot of music, and I'm happy that Tyrese is feeling creative and giving us music again. Very happy about that. I'm still looking forward to him, Tank, and who is
Mm-hmm.
it? Genuine, right? That's the other
Mm-hmm.
person. Yeah, I felt like
CTG.
that was wrong. Yeah, TGT. I'm still looking forward to the new TGT
CTG.
music that's supposed to be coming,
Yeah.
but I ain't got $50. Not for that. It's not a
No.
slight. I'm not saying he shouldn't do it. If he has analytics and a fan base who are willing to pay that price, then hey, player, do your thing. I ain't mad at you. But,
I'm saying he shouldn't do it.
well, I think it varies. People have sold $100 albums before, and it's worked. Nipsey Hussle did it twice, if I remember correctly. He sold $100 albums, and it worked. We all know about the infamous $1,000 or whatever price it was Wu Tang album that was super expensive, and only one
Mm-hmm.
person can have it, and then the scammer guy bought it. Uh, Lloyd Banks is saying he's gonna drop a $100 album soon. So I'm not saying no. I'm saying if your fans are gonna do it, then go for it. I'm a guy with very little fans. I don't think my fans are gonna pay $50 or $100 for a CD or
Mm-hmm.
a vinyl. So I can't do that. But if you can, more power to you. To me, I'm not knocking it. I'm just not paying it because I'm not that big of a Tyrese fan. Now, if somebody else did it,
Mm-hmm.
perhaps I would pay the $50 or $100. But I
Well,
am not a big enough
that's
Tyrese fan to do that. And so again, not a slight at Tyrese. I would definitely be listening to the album when it comes out in May. Um, and I'll consume the whole double disc. Maybe we'll even come up here and review it. Who knows?
yeah. I'm
But
willing to listen to it. I'm just not gonna pay. I'm not gonna pay $50 for it. And it to me, it feels like, and like you said, maybe his fan base is enough. Maybe however many fans are projected to purchase his album, maybe it's enough that, the $50, it's enough of an impact. Sometimes, if you charge less, you may get more people to purchase,
that's true.
which if this is about money, then, you know, you might make more money that way. But it feels very much to me um like you did this great marketing thing and then you kind of squashed it with the price of the album. But maybe I'm wrong, and like I said, I would love to see the numbers, and I mean, I'll probably won't see them, but I would love to know
Yeah, probably
how
not.
how well it performed, because to me it just seems like it it's an okay plan, but then is this like a long-term plan? Like when it comes out in May, for real, is it still gonna be $50? Is the like I guess you're trying to build up anticipation. Is there that big of a cult following for Tyrese that all of this will work? Um, Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm missing it, and maybe he has way more of a fan base than I understand him to have,
Maybe.
and I'm willing to have that conversation. But I'm sure anybody who knows what it really looks like, then what the Tyrese hive looks like, please put it in the comments and let us know, because I'm curious. But
Right.
it just kind of feels like, oh, I built up all this momentum and then I shot myself in the foot.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that's true or not. I I
Mm-hmm.
guess I guess that only, well, I don't guess. Tyrese and his team will find out. I just thought it was worth discussing because of the marketing. I thought it was a
Mm-hmm.
really smart way to get clicks and views. Yeah.
It's
If
been a
yawn,
while.
you yawn. Just like
Yeah.
that.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was a really smart way to market and promote and fool people into wanting to see your album. It was a nice little trickster move. You know what I mean? Hit you with a
Oh yeah.
Loki move.
Yeah, and props to him for being creative and doing something so clever, because that stuff works.
Yeah, it sure does.
It does. I just, once you get to the price, we having a different conversation for me. But yes, to reel people in, to get people to watch the video, he absolutely did that.
Yeah,
He did.
and go to the website. I went to the website.
And go to
So
the website as well. Yeah.
it created leads, it created conversations because here we
Mm-hmm.
are. I went to the
Right.
site, that created a lead.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking about it, so it has conversation appeal as well. So
And
I
that's
think
only
I
what
think to me those are two signs of good marketing. You got the lead, and you got the conversation.
this is true. And if it was a digital download and it was a lot less money, or free, I would have downloaded it. I would have.
Got it.
But we'll never know.
We will never ever know. Now,
Mm-hmm.
what we do know
Yep.
is that DJ Premier was talking recently
Mm-hmm.
and was speaking about some of the things he has going on. And one of the things he said or confirmed, because we
Mm-hmm.
didn't know what was going to happen or not, is that him and Royce the 5'9" will be doing a Prime 3.
Mm-hmm.
This, I don't know what you know about Prime, but Prime is a really exciting project. Both of them were really good. And I
Mm-hmm.
am very excited about this third one.
Mm-hmm.
So, for those who don't know what Prime is a collective or a group. I guess it's a group because it's two people, but it's a group where DJ Premier and Royce the
Mm-hmm.
5'9" have come together, and they have done two projects in the past. It's been a couple years since we got the second one,
Mm-hmm.
but he says that a third one is coming, and so this is a really cool project where we get to see DJ Premier hook up with Royce the 5'9", and sometimes they have cool features as well
Mm-hmm.
who come in and body shit too. And so this is a really cool way of, not a really cool way of, a really cool way to get new music from people who are legends in the game and have been around for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And then they play around with different sounds too. It's not all just straight up boom bap beats either. So it's really cool to see these two guys get back together and be creative. I'm very excited to see how this is going to work
Mm-hmm.
with this third one because it's been a while since they have put one out. Matter of fact, let me see when the last one was. While you go ahead.
Okay, so I feel like I've only heard a couple songs
Okay.
from Prime, so I don't know a whole lot about it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but that is exciting. I follow Royce the 5'9" on Instagram, actually.
Nice.
Yeah, so I keep up with the goings on over there, and when he's in the studio, and I know he has his own artists that he manages as well. So, like I always say, it's good to see people working and creating. So, I'll definitely check it out. I mean, again, I don't have a frame of reference because I don't know a lot about it, but I'm also happy to go back and check it out. What they've done so far. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, you'll have way more to say on this than I will.
No, it's
And that's,
fine. I listen,
you know,
as an underground hip hop guy, I get it, you know.
yeah.
Um, so Prime 1 came out 2014. That's what I remembered. Now
Mm-hmm.
Prime 2 came out 2018. That I didn't remember.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I said a few years ago. But yeah, so Prime 2 came out 2018. So like I said, it's been a few years.
Yeah.
And you know, we get to see what else they got going on. You know, we get to see what fresh looks we'll get, what new people they might work with.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm always happy when Premiere is working. Premiere is always working, but I'm happy to see when Premiere puts out a body of work, especially with such a skilled MC like Royce the 5'9", who we
Yeah.
know gets crazy busy. So I'm
Yeah.
curious about how this is going to sound. I'm curious about what features will be part of this project. But I don't doubt that it will be a great project because the first two were dope as hell. So,
Okay.
and for those who just like to enjoy dope beats, they usually release the instrumentals of the project as well. So even if you're not a fan of Royce the
Ooh.
5'9" and his rhyming style, or the people who feature, you will be able to usually bump the beats afterwards.
Really? That's very cool.
Yeah.
Now I really want to go back and check it out.
hmm Yeah, so it's up there. Like even when I went to look up just now,
Mhm.
it says Prime One, then it says Prime One instrumentals, Prime Two instrumentals.
That's really cool. That's
So
dope.
if you just want to, you know what I mean, get some beats bumping while you clean the crib or run on the elliptical. Time for bed, y'all. Run on the treadmill or whatever. You know, yeah, you can enjoy the beats alone if you want. So yeah, run on the elliptical is a little wild, but
You like
don't run
trip
on
and
the
fall back or
yeah, you're gonna
something.
hurt yourself.
Definitely.
But
Don't no
yeah,
one
so
run on the elliptical.
don't run on the
I
elliptical.
feel like this is one of those moments where YouTube is gonna put up some sort of disclaimer underneath
Right,
the
on the
video. Like,
episode, right?
don't try this at home.
It'll have a little bar that says click here for information.
Right. This is a dangerous activity. You know what
All
it
right.
says? This is a dangerous activity. Please do not
Yes.
do this. Click
Yes.
here.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't do that. That
Anyway.
was a word fumble right there. But yeah, if you just want to hear some dope beats while you do a random activity, I'm
hmm
sure that that will also be fun for people to hear.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. So I'm gonna go back and check that out. I will report back to the squad. I do have a
Sweet.
question though.
Uh-oh.
Or do we have another topic?
We don't.
Okay, I do have a question. What would you pay $50 for? Who would you pay $50 for?
Um Lots of artists that I like. Like I wouldn't mind paying $50 if it was an artist that I was a big fan of. I'm a casual fan of Tyrese. I don't even know what most I can't say that. I'll say it's been a while since I listened to a full Tyrese project.
Mm-hmm.
Even the last project I remember may not even be his last project because I don't follow Tyrese as closely as some other people. But there are people I would pay for $50. J. Cole, Jay-Z, Lupe Fiasco, Nas, probably Prime. I mean, the list goes on. It's just people. It would have
Okay.
to be someone I'm a big fan of,
Yeah, no, I agree.
rather than someone I'm a casual fan of. Like I'm a huge Joe Budden fan when he was doing music. If Joe Budden put out a $50 album today, I'd buy it. In fact, I'd probably buy it twice. I'd probably buy one for me and one for my boy Tez, as y'all know him.
Okay.
So
I was just curious because it does beg the question, right?
I
Um,
think it depends on your level of fandom
yeah.
and how much you value what this person does.
hmm
Um, you know, when they put out their bodies of work, because like even when it comes to like DVDs and stuff, I've paid more for DVDs because I didn't want to just get the regular DVD. I wanted like the Blu-ray, or the Blu-ray that also has a special features disc because I want to watch the stuff on the special features disc, or you know, stuff like that. So
I
uh
I own the 20th anniversary DVD set of A Dirty Dancing, so
holler. I bet you that was $50.
I don't. I know it was not regular price.
Right.
I know it was not the standard price. So I'm saying that to say, I think we all have a price for our faves or things that we
Yeah.
like. I just thought it was an interesting question. I
Yeah,
mean,
I mean it's no different because like concert tickets are the same thing, right? Like some
right, of
concert
course.
tickets, you'll see the price and say, "Oh, $300 for a decent seat. I don't want to pay that for this artist." But if it's an artist you really like, you won't even blink twice. You'd be like, "Man, I'm about to have to pay the rent late this month because I'm going to see Dashing Dia perform her greatest hits." Exactly.
We don't even talk anymore.
Yeah. Back from yesterday's
Yeah.
episode. You ain't even know.
We don't even know what we are. You about.
But what I do know is it's time to go. Thank you for being here. This is Weeknights. We will see y'all tomorrow.
No.